This is a documentary piece by the BBC.
No, not at all.
You know, when it comes down to so many problems in the world, I have no real solutions. And if you think about it, neither do you. There are so many people out there who think they can just simply wave their hands and solve so many of the issues in the world. But in actuality, it is far more complex. Now, I'm not saying that your opinions are useless. I'm merely saying that with most things in the world, the reason why we have, so much bureaucracy in government, we have so much complexity in economics, is not because we're simply doing it for the fun of it. It's because these things are in fact complex and require proper administration, organisation, the list goes on. We have a very complicated world, and what a great many people do, and it's certainly a feature of Dunning-Kruger, that kind of thing where you think you know more than you actually do. You think you're smart enough to actually solve problems. You know a little, and then you overestimate your general intelligence. Okay, you think you're some kind of genius, perhaps. That's when it goes a bit too far. But basically, there are many people with that kind of mentality who think they know more than they actually do, and those people are problematic, to say the least. They're the people who will believe things they read in headlines or from so-called experts with sweeping statements, and it's got very little to do with the actual facts, with the actual evidence. I mean, if it did, that'd be cool, like, okay, we can do this, and it's going to be a thing that covers a great many bases, and we're going to get it sorted, and we're going to sort it out using, and point to various different things, and for the details, you can download our 5,000-word PDF. You ever wonder why some laws out there are so complex? Why there's so many pages, to so many laws that are passed, so many bills that are passed? It's because they're dealing with a complex issue. People think the EU is complex. It is. It really is. Why are their pages so many? Because they're trying to unite the policies of like 27 different nations. More than that, really, if you deal with those nations that trade with them. So they have to consider them in the long term. New members which may join, members that may rejoin after leaving. Not naming any names. But yeah, it's one of those things where the world is actually complex. And people look at some of these little laws and they go, oh, isn't that stupid? There's a rule over the size of toilet paper. Isn't that ridiculous? It's like, not really. That makes sense inside a block, but I'm not going to go over the EU because that's a whole other thing. But people look at complexity, don't understand complexity, and then they think, I can solve this very easily. The thing is, when you try and solve things very easily, very directly, it basically means you're going to cause a whole bunch of other problems. And if you're not an expert in a field, then why on earth are you preaching? I've had enough of people who are constantly preaching about how they would fix things. You don't know shit, Dad. You don't know shit, whoever you are. You are simply taking on board other opinions, parroting them that we can fix this. Oh, we can fix this quite easily. We can do this, that, and the other. And it's like, yeah, give me real-world examples. Okay, who are your experts? Why aren't they accepted by the mainstream of, say, a particular field, say economics? Why are they considered to be an outsider? Yeah, I'm talking to you, GB News. Why do you think this will actually work? It's a bit like when you get people who are big proponents and investors in Bitcoin who try and tell you that Bitcoin's the future. Well, you're bound to say that, aren't you? Big investor in Bitcoin, big proponent of Bitcoin, of crypto, and relating, potential future economics and relating crypto libertarianism. I suppose you could say crypto-economic libertarianism. You're not going to get a balanced perspective when people are invested. And a lot of the voices out there that are saying this, they're saying that, they're saying so many things like, oh yes, we need to go back to this, we need to go forward to that, we need to leapfrog to this new grand idea of Britain leading the world. A lot of it is just simply people saying things because they have other investments. They have things they wish to do and wish to latch on to, and they are very biased. But they project that as if it's news. It isn't.
This is a documentary piece by the BBC.
No, not at all.